get down to a certain percentage, you start the generator and charge it back up again. So yeah.
Took the diesel engine out and put an electric generator in. And we're taking the tour here.
Yeah, yeah.
So how old are you?
I'm 30. I did, yeah. So I did.
Check this out. Cancer survivor. 30, what do you say, 31. Said he had cancer in his early 20s and it's changed his whole perspective in life. Yeah, it's pretty roomy for one guy.
At least got to try. A couple times, yeah. Yeah, there's the generator combo back there. So it's built on sliders, so the whole thing will slide out into the quarter berth.
Oh, cool.
Right.
But yeah, it's got its own separate battery, so if anything happens, you can at least start it.
How much fuel do you hold for that generator?
I hold 8 gallons in that tank right there. So there's 8 gallons in the tank, and then
So that's like a day tank. You pump fuel into that?
Yes, but that tank will last me probably 3 or 4 days.
Really?
Because I'll cycle it on and off. So I'll run the electric motor to motor for hours, and then once I get down to a certain battery percentage, I'll start the generator, and I'll trickle charge the battery as I motor. So in 3 or 4 hours, I'm back up to 100%. I just turn the generator off, and I save diesel, and I motor again for 2 to 3 hours.
All right.
Yeah. So you can cycle it on and off.
Apparently you go through sunglasses.
I do. Yeah, I do. I go through a lot of sunglasses. Yeah.
You need to get another rack for telephones.
Yeah.
Racks or phones.
But yeah, everything in here I've touched. I've electric, plumbing, you name it.
How much time have you been working on this boat?
2019 is when I started. Obviously, still a work in progress. Some of the things I was pretty surprised. The electric induction cooktop is actually really efficient.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, I was really surprised. I thought that would be a huge power draw.
I got a countertop one in case we run out of propane, because I know I can run it on the Jenny.
Yeah.
And usually when I'm on our first loop, when I got into a marina, I quit using the propane.
Yeah.
And use that. And the induction is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
have to say.
And it heats it quick. So
yes,
all,
it's
all
hot
your
right
heat
now.
Goes right into that whatever. So yeah, say you're making tea or you're making eggs. All your heat goes right into that pan, right into the kettle, and then as soon as you turn it off, it's done.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, here's the problem.
Very
Ken.
cool.
Look at there.
Bananas.
That's the cause of all your trouble.
Oh, bananas!
Yeah, I
Oh
know.
my God!
You have to get out of
I'm
here.
saving them for banana bread.
This boat might sink while I'm on it.
Yeah, I'm
saving them for banana
Saving
bread.
them for banana bread.
I
But,
got on his boat without him there, and I'm
forward. I mean that's
Listen
forward
to that.
there.
Check that out.
Yeah, there's reverse there. It's all torque. I mean the whole thing is nothing but torque. So I guess if you look at, make sure I'm not going to suck up my dinghy here. So if you look at shore and you just throw it in reverse really quick, you can kind of watch the dock.
Oh yeah. Man, the thrust has got to be crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, and then same thing with forward. So
What's your top speed?
top speeds? Probably six or seven.
That's not bad.
No, but you're gonna burn a lot of amps going top speed. So that's
Right.
Yeah, the sweet spot that I've noticed is about 1250 on the RPM. Gets you about 4 knots. 4 knots. Yeah, and that's your sweet spot. That's like 35 amps of usage.
Yeah.
The solar panels bring in 8. So you can really cycle on and off that generator and get some serious miles.
So tell us about the roughest water you saw in Lake Michigan.
We saw 10, 12 footers.
Holy crap.
Yeah, we did. So the weatherman was wrong, totally wrong. It was supposed to be 4 to 6 footers, and it was not. So yeah, we saw 10 to 12 footers. That was just an all-around bad day. So what was happening? So I tow my dinghy behind me. I use the davits to get out of the water, just to keep the the algae and stuff from growing to the bottom. But when I'm underway, especially in heavy seas, I just tow it. It's easier. So we get up in these 10s, and it was picking the back of my boat up, and you're surfing down.
You're
the
surfing.
Woo. So the dinghy was passing me. It was coming up alongside, and you'd watch it come right up alongside the boat, and then the boat would come down in the trough, and the dinghy'd go back, and the line would snap.
Whiplash.
You know? Yeah, whiplash. Bam, bam. So I did that for like 7 hours, and I just sat back here and read my book. But eventually that clip broke. The clip that holds the dinghy, and it snapped. So Lloyd was behind me, probably about half a mile, and he got on the radio and he's like, "Hey, your dinghy's getting away." so we probably spent a good hour circling the dinghy trying to figure out how we're gonna get it back, you know, because you got these 10, 12-foot waves, so you're fighting the wave action. Every time you go into it, you're taking them over the bow, you know, and every time you get behind it, the waves are pushing you further away. So it's impossible, you know.
And the wind blowing it the other direction.
Oh yeah. Luckily the wind wasn't awful. It was like, I don't know, probably 15, 20 knots. It wasn't terrible. But trying to get the dinghy back, you know, you have these ups and downs, and the dinghy's coming up, and you're going down, and it was impossible. So what I ended up doing is I have my kiteboarding stuff, so I threw one of my kites at it, and it sat in the dinghy at first, but then it popped out. So I thought, okay, I just need a little more weight. So I grabbed my water jug. I had a 6-gallon water jug on deck up there. So I tied a line around it. I pulled up next to the dinghy and I just threw it at it. I looked like a madman. I'm like running up on deck.
Yeah.
And my autopilot broke, you know, in the same instant.
God.
So I'm going beam onto these waves. And so I go up on deck and I throw the water jug at the dinghy and I hit it. I hit the seat. You know, I bent the seat, bam, it sat down in the dinghy. And right after I threw it, I was telling you guys last night, you know, I throw this water jug, and the little voice in the back of my head was like, "Where's the other end of the line, dumbass?" I'm like, "Oh no, I forgot to tie the line off," you know, and all the commotion. So luckily it was a long line.
So you got a hold of it.
I got a hold of it, yeah, and it worked. The water jug sat right in the dinghy. I was able to slowly pull it over to me. You know, the whole boat's 30 degrees one way and 30 degrees the other, because now now you're sideways. But yeah, I tied it off to the back cleat, and we ended up getting in. That was up by Frankfurt. That was up by Frankfurt. Yeah, we ended up getting in there, and I spent like 2 days.
Just another day on the water.
Fixing everything. Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, it only took like 30 seconds for everything to go to hell.
Go to hell.
Oh, it was nuts. You know, the dinghy's getting away from me, and then I go to turn my auto helm off, and that broke. So, but,
How can people find your YouTube channel?
So I don't have anything on YouTube yet.
Where did we see that? Oh, that was TikTok, I guess.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok.
So if they send you a Facebook request, you...
Yeah, I think I'm up to 400 some on there.
So where they find you under Kraken?
Yeah, Sailing Vessel Kraken. Yeah,
Sailing Vessel Kraken with a K.
Kraken, yeah. And if you see the tentacles on the side, it was a local artist. His name's Ryan. He's in Toledo.
Great.
He put the tentacles on the side. We had this idea that when she heels over, if you look at her from a distance, it looks like a sea monster's pulling it down, you know.
Oh, how
pulling
cool.
the boat down. So we had the idea, and we're like, oh, we'll roll with it. So, so that's where Kraken.
Well, we may catch back up with you. We're leaving tomorrow. We joined Safe Harbor at Aqua Yachts. So we're leaving the boat at Aqua Yachts, most likely, and renting a car and going back for the holidays, and then coming back down. After we come back down, I don't know if we're heading. I was trying to get a slip in Marathon for a month, and they haven't verified that yet.
Yeah.
But if you get down there, that's a lot better to stay at Marathon. You can take the bus, it's a 2-hour ride for a couple bucks down to Key West, because unless you're going to anchor down there, you got a dinghy, so it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
But it gets dicey in some of those places down there.
Okay. Yeah. I got the dinghy, and then the motor. This is an old deer, it's like a deer hanger, you know, for hunting season. So I just use it to pull the dinghy up, and I'll lower it down onto the. I love it. Down onto the dinghy.
Well, now that they almost made off with my bicycles, I'm second thinking I'm gonna put something on my new outboard, because it could happen.
Yeah.
They could have took that outboard without ever boarding the boat, and that worries me. So. Anyhow, great talking with you, Jake. I hope we cross ways again.
Absolutely.
We're gonna follow you.
Yeah.
I'll send you a friend request so you can see my posts too.
It's all work in progress.
I tell you what, this whole loop's about the people you meet, man. It's about the people you meet and hear these stories, and you hear some of these stories that you ain't got no problems, and it gives you the strength to move on.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Some days are better than others.
Tune in next week, see where Cousin Ken's at and what kind of trouble we're getting into. Until then, bye.